All right. Yeah, let's do this. Mic is on, coffee just brewed. We are live. All right. Yeah, so today I really want to I want to create some presets. And actually the processing chain is quite clear. It's we're going to use Vital. Well, I'm doubting DS Tantra, but it seems to be quite heavy on the CPU. Um, but we'll see. But anyway, today is going to be pretty much a one channel journey because I want to generate presets. I want to generate a preset pack. Um, I'm just curious to see. Oh, plugin performance. So what's up, Dash? And there's also some like a Ninja Watcher also that didn't manifest itself. So what's up, Ninja Watcher? Okay, so 30 13%. Yeah, so it's gonna be a pretty much a one channel journey today. So the idea, yeah, I want to generate some grids and synths. uh Not gonna do 200 samples today, but that's the goal for sure. um and I'm gonna get started. Yeah, I will fine tune although this chain a bit. I'll see if I can. Usually, I like to get a. Well, there's gonna be this called fire. If everything is can be handled well by the computer, and we're gonna use this guy. Eventually, we're gonna use this guy creatively too. But to get the ball rolling, I'm just gonna reset this preset, and I'm gonna use the. I'm just gonna put a bit of saturation. So, new preset, and yeah, I'm just gonna set that up. All right. Okay, so that's the chain. We have Vital here. I'm gonna be some. The idea is to run some of the Exogenesis presets inside well, from Vital to get it to go inside DS Tantra, and also eventually, yeah, this Coldfire. Right now, I'm using a transformer saturation, which is very similar but not the same thing as um, True Iron. It's this very similar in a sense that it's the same type of distortion, but it's not exactly the same algorithm. Um, and yeah, so I also gonna put, hey everybody, what's up, Andrea? I'm gonna put a bit of some compression probably just to get at in control a bit, and then we're gonna be good to go. To see if you have like some request about specific types of sound, or if you have question about the what and why of all this chain, feel free to ask some questions. So I'm gonna go possibly with True Dynamics, which is very easy compressor to set. I'm just gonna set that up for some kind of general behavior. I really want to keep things in check, and possibly also a kilohertz one. Also, small tip slash suggestion: if you're going for you just want some it's not glue compression per se, because we're not gluing, we're gluing only one element, but still adding some compression, it's gonna help provide some sense of consolidation and just like overall a good feeling of it's going to keep things in check too. And but it's really just like an overall setting that I like to have. And this one is very useful, and it's not too CPU heavy. And let's just also, yeah, I think that's gonna be good. But we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep our eyes on that, if especially if we have some sounds that are very crazy. Also, I have a smooth operator that I'm gonna be pretty much keeping possibly like this, because the thing is, uh, the presets in of themselves are okay, but we're gonna add some. With DS Tantra, we're gonna carve into the sound kind of sometimes aggressively, so it's gonna generate some new problems, so to speak, or it's gonna generate some new resonance spots. So we kind of want to avoid that, and we're possibly going to be requiring also an EQ after that. But smooth operator is already a really good job of just destroying not destroying, but like keeping in check the resonance notches. So far, this is what I have. I'm Let's dive in, and I keep an eye on the chat if you have questions, comments, or if you want to do some slam poetry also in the comments. That can work. Everything's possible. Let's go. That's a nice loop. Let's record that. And this is really the process, because I worked on a lot of professional packs and anything, and that's not exactly I've all it's not always that, but it's a good peak of the usual process. We're gonna start with loops, and we're possibly going to spice things up later and maybe get some one shots, more effect stuff. But let's get the ball rolling with some nice loops, and I think this one is cool. All right, so also little tip like this: when you're recording some loops, you want to have stuff before and stuff after, for sure, like because of the delays and reverbs. If you just start your loop from the start, it's like the delay and the reverb has not kicked in yet for the loops. So if you hear it, it kind of starts very dry. Well, yes and no, but I don't know if you understand what I mean. And you would notice it if we were to loop that. Actually, I want to delete that, and I want to let's get that, and we're gonna standardize today's session to that format. And now let's verify. I'm very I'm very suspicious. I think there's going to be possibly what we call like a zero crossing. It's going to click possibly, and we need to fix that. And that's something very, very common, especially because you're forcing it to loop, and it's not, at the beginning it's not a loop, but we're going to force it to loop. Let's check. But like I said, yeah, pay attention to it for zero crossing click. Okay, I think either there's none, or it's actually kind of fitting inside the aesthetic, fitting with the aesthetic of the loop, so to speak. But I'm just gonna do some small fades and see how this works now. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, better that way. So I'm gonna save that, and I'm gonna get a folder that I prepared for this, because I'm prepared. And yeah, so let me know what you think. I think this is good. And after that, also especially if you want to be creative, you can get more stuff. It's not the time to be critical, not too much, because it's going to stop your process. So just, and maybe after we can, if there's some weaker loops or stuff that doesn't work, we can flush them. But so far it's nice to keep being creative and flowy about the ideas. And I'm just looking for that folder, and it's yeah, so it's going to be really it's coming from the, it's very exogenesis themed. I like to make some samples from the preset packs, and whenever you're working on these, always you want to know the BPM. You want to know the, well, in this case, it's not a key more than a root note, and it's D. And then we're gonna have like a synth loop. This is also the kind of stuff that eventually I rename with more precision. Synth loop 01. And we just made our first loop. Then and you know, all the zero crossing thing. So since it's the first one, I'm kind of explaining it a lot. I will explain it a bit less because, you know, I don't want to explain it always. But now what's really cool is there's a lot of elements we can swap in the chain. So we could keep the exact same DS-Torn presets and just swap the source, and we'll get something very different, but with similar but different. Oh, I like that, you know, and I just swapped the source. I swapped nothing here. Everything is the same, and I possibly get the smooth operator really does a good job. I can bypass it for you if you want to hear what it does, and I possibly will post EQ a bit, but aside from that, it's good. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard, it's subtle, but especially it's kind of not sure it's going through perfectly over the internet, all these little details, but yeah, smooth operator really does a good job. And yeah, I'm gonna EQ that a bit. And then we're back at recording. We have to do that like, okay, so there's I would say two ways, but there's more than two ways to do that. But you know, you could just export your stuff and you know, like just bounce and render your audio like normally. But what I really like about this process is that I can, if I do it real time, I have eyes on the samples, you know, I have eyes on the audio, and this can help me see if there's any problems in terms of the dynamics and stuff. So I prefer a lot doing this in real time. So it's pretty, you can see like that in terms of dynamics, it's pretty neat. You know, it's not like there's not many irregularities, but also there's some, you know, we're not killing the dynamics because there's still like yeah, it sounds in control but dynamic enough, you know. So really cool. I personally really enjoy that process. It's like almost like a meditative to me, but you know, and I really suggest that you do these for yourself, and because you're gonna get better in sound design, and you actually end up creating stuff for yourself. Okay, so again, let's try let's see if it just loops correctly. Hey, Philip, what's up? I ho, I ho, and so it loops really good, and I there's like the most difficult EQ to ever work here, but I came to in the end I really like learned how to work with this one, but it's just sometimes some last fine tuning that is really helpful. So this is a D sharp synth loop 02, and we're good to go. And yeah, loops very well. So I think we're gonna do a couple of these because to me it doesn't feel very redundant. Like you saw, we did swap the just swap the preset, and honestly, we ended up with something really different. And just for fun, I'm gonna bypass this little chain right here, and you can hear what originally the sound is. That I'm gonna show you the source of this one. I'm gonna bypass it here. And don't, like I said, don't worry. So far, Dist Coldfire, we're not using it necessarily in the creative process per se, but we'll get, later we'll get some more creative use. But actually, DS Tantra is doing a really good job of at mixing things up and scrambling things up. So that's really cool. I'm gonna go back and just browse into another preset, and let's see if we can get something that is interesting and also different from what we have, because we want variety for sure. And what's up, everybody? Let me know if you have questions, comments, or slam poetry. Like I said, slam poetry is good too in the chat. Yeah. Nice. It's cool. And let's try it. Yeah, it's really cool. Let's try it on like just for fun, lower note. Although I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use this one like that, but it's always fun, sound designer wise, to try stuff on lower notes. Cool, really cool, really cool. All right, let's record that for sure. That should be enough. All right. And yeah, I think yeah, for as example, if you were there at the beginning of the stream, I was talking about the that you want some stuff before and you want some stuff after, because if you can visually see that here it's dry, like here the delay and reverb has not kicked in yet. So if we were to loop starting from there, it would be weird. So that's why I kind of I wait to have a bit of more. I want meat after and meat before, if I want to, if there's some changes I need to do. But so far it's good. I'm gonna get rid of that, and usually like the first two bars, I think it's bars, first two bars I get rid of, and then technically that should work very good. Let's try this. All right, so looping well, but let's see if I can tame it. It's There's just a little moment where it's the EQ. It's a bit. I need to EQ. There's a slight resonance not at somewhere. Okay, I think so far it's fine, and also that's some stuff that whenever, like I said, you kind of want to stay creative and get as many samples out as possible. You want to be in your creative flow, but you know, whenever you're reviewing these, if you have, you can still like re-EQ them after. But so far it sounds good, and I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not high passing in them. I'm not high passing them in any ways. I want to preserve that, although it's there's like for sure there's gonna be like I'm keeping these frequencies there. Uh, I I let that choice to people who actually use the loops, and that's in E. And I guess we're gonna do a couple ones in 140, and then we'll raise the BPM eventually. Moving on, and yeah, so far I am yeah, so far I like these. I'm gonna swap with another preset, and I like the result that the result are different. There's a theme going on, so possibly in the folder we're possibly going to organize them in with a theme, but you know, we'll see. Okay, yeah, this one bit similar though. Let's see if I can yeah, I can select another vital preset. Um, and but I'm possibly eventually going to switch the DS tone preset because this one it feels similar to the other one. Okay, this one is cool enough in terms of it's it's still similar, it's still similar aesthetic, but you know what? Okay, so I will do two other ones with this setup, and then we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch with a different setup with the Tantra, and then let's record this one. Hey, LA Winter, welcome back. And let me know if you guys have like requests, I guess, questions, requests. I can even, I guess, maybe take challenges, possibly if we can do it. And the computer had a small heart attack there. Let's get that. See if that loops good. You know, like actually, the so far all the loops we've done previously, they sounded good. They were looping good, but I don't know if it's because of the the computer having a bad trip, but this one is looping, but not perfectly. Okay, yeah, it was the computer bad tripping, because so far sounds good, and yeah, it sounds good like this. that was F, and 04. Like I said, we're gonna do another one with this setup, and then we're gonna change totally. I have Tantra 2, but I not played with it much. I am obsessed with Infiltrator 2. Right now, I'm sure I would be obsessed too with Infiltrator 2. Like I've already mentioned that, but um, like I have my eyes on Infiltrator 2. As soon as I have a bit of a budget clear, or budget boost, I'm gonna get my hands on Infiltrator 2. It looks so good. So yeah, they're they're very similar, like multi effects kind of thing. So far actually I'm just using some of the DS Tantra presets, um, and but I did experiment a bit with the glitch. Uh, it's really cool so far, but and also it's nice when even though you can spend and you have the knowledge, and I guess you have the abilities to switch stuff. Uh, and even if you're able to, sometimes it's okay to use presets, especially for that kind of stuff. And since we have a quite not sure I would call it complex, but we do have a chain that is involving a lot of presets and a lot of plugins. The result is like it's more easier to make it unique since there's a lot of parameters. I don't know if you get what I mean. um so yeah, Tantra 2 is really good, only the GUI text is hard to read. I would tend to agree. I like these. Okay, so I can switch that, and can I like no, I cannot like have multiple glitch, right? So that was the different sequencers. You have sequencer preset, so that's really cool though. That's really really cool. Really really cool, because once you get, oh nice, that once you get something nice, and that you like and useful in there, you can keep it. And yeah, okay, so that's nice. Just discovered that. Yeah, I'm not claiming that I know a lot my way around Tantra 2 here. I like that Tantra 2 has the randomizers in it. Yeah, that's really cool. um yeah, the randomizer is very very cool, and it's, if you it kind of saves time, and it's just a great way to like end up with happy accidents. It's like a happy accident generator. And you know what, let's try it. Okay, so let's try to see if we can get happy accidents from, and we're gonna start from that preset. And yeah, I'm not not promising anything, only that I will try it. Let's go. Not bad, not bad. uh yeah, really not bad. We'll try from another source now. But there's that gating thing, which is too common for me. It's too it where it's somewhere. It's got to be okay. So that's the gate. That's the gate. I want to change that too. Yeah, that was bugging me a bit. Okay, yeah, this is it. This is it. Yeah, there's also like the sample and oldish filter here also was bugging me a bit. I think, yeah, let's get another preset. Now let's just browse through some preset and see what will be the final. It's not final, but yeah, the final 140 loop. Then we're gonna crank things up a bit. Actually, I might disengage. I think I will like midway to the midway from to the stream, I will switch from the Tantra 2 to Dist Coldfire because it's taking a lot of CPU. It just dropped from like a lot. So yeah, and instead yeah, I'm gonna use Dist Coldfire but later. Now let's record that loop. Okay. Nice. With also with this kind of loop, it's something that you could definitely. I think it's a good loop because you could just put also loop that over the track, and I would like get a snap heap or just any your favorite like filtering or multi filtering tool, and you could just build the energy just from a filter while still having this loop right there. So it's F sharp. Ah, I don't know. I feel like it's oh, there. I feel like there needs to be more 140 before we switch to sharp F. Yeah, before we switch to something else. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, maybe I feel it's incomplete. Let's do more. Do you have the Kazrog? I have Kickflip, but that I have every no. The only thing that I don't have from Kazrog is the amps, like guitar amps, which I don't feel it's very well. It can be very useful, but like for me, it's not a must. So that's the only thing I don't have from them, and it's really I like True Iron. It's really cool, very cool. True Iron, True Dynamics, like like I've used them here. It's great, especially throughout. It's a nice transformer saturation. So I like this loop, and also what's happening here, and what I tried to K-clip is really good, but uh, it's not my favorite clipper. Not at all. Actually, it's good, but um, it really comes down to your needs and my needs in terms of like what I need in terms of you know, in your mixing or mastering chain. But for the same job, I prefer, you know, there's actually, I don't know if you know Clipped Max. Here I present you Clip Max, one of the ugliest plugins ever, but no offense to the LVC audio guys. You know, it's not beautiful, but it sounds beautiful. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it like that. Multi-band clipper. So, and there's some super cool clipping functions. Actually, I use this one more than I use Kicklip, and also one that is everywhere. Well, always on my mastering chain is Diamond 2 from Acoustica Audio, which is where is it? Is it? Oh, it's Lift Diamond 3 Lift. Yeah, I need to pronounce it right. This so these two guys kind of beat the K-Clip for me. Don't use the newest version as the best overlay. Yeah, that's possible. Is the only clipper I have used that doesn't have extra peaks with oversampling on. Yeah. And you know, have you tried these other ones? Extra peaks. So you mean intersample peaks, or just like it doesn't, like, yeah, add some peaks? So yeah, what I was saying before we started the clipping distortion. So there's the glitch here. I changed it so we have, it's like there's more noticeable glitches, like more noticeable retriggering, which is really cool. And also something I did off mic while I was working on that is I don't know if you saw, but I put, this is the routing. Okay, so you really need to, if you're doing some sound design, and you know, if you're just producing, you really need to understand how the signal workflow work, you know, how the audio work. So basically first it's glitched, then filtered, then delayed. So, and it sounds way better because there's like the, technically like the glitch should be here. I think the routing should be a bit more visual, but anyway. So imagine that, well, the glitch is here. So the first thing that the audio is treated with is there's the glitch, and then it's filtered, and after that there's a delay. So, and filter before delay, it's just a super simple recipe that it sounds really good. It sounds very psychedelic. My computer is rushing a lot. Rushing, it's having a bad time, but I would demonstrate that. But just try any band pass sweep on anything, and then a filter, and then it's already will sound good. So we're having best result by putting the glitch before, and then the filter, and then yeah, hopefully that makes sense to you. And let's record this one. I'm gonna go at G now. The reason also I wanted to do more of these is more of the 140 BPM. I kind of want to cover the whole spectrum so far. I want to have in 140 the whole, all the, not all necessarily, but like most of the notes. So this is really nice, really nice. And again, that's visually, that's another great example of, you can see that you don't want to start. Yeah, I'm not repeating myself while I'm kind of like nailing some points, but you really don't want to start looping there, because there's all the effects are not even like fully active yet. But, and I think we'll start, well, yeah, and this, and that's also one of the reasons I like to really see it in real time, because I can kind of hear what what's the content in there, and then it's easier to just really extract the good loop content. Let's see if it loops well again. It loops well. There is a bit, there's some intense stuff EQ wise. Let's see if I can carve through that without having to re-record it. All right, that makes sense so far. Oh, that one thing though is I don't have Sonorics on. So, in some other streams, I'm like always telling you how, there's Sonarworks, so the sound is coming altered to you. Not in this case. Not in this case, and just wanted to let you know. So actually, my room is okay, so there shouldn't be like major EQing issues. Although I'm definitely going to recheck them after with Sonarworks on for sure. Okay, so that was G. Let me know what you guys think of the loops, and if you have some requests about specific content you would like to see produced, or anything. Let's move on now. I'm gonna get another source. Source is good. Let's see if I can. I think now it would require a bit more spice inside the DS Tantra. Not a big fan of lo-fi. I'm gonna say that. Not a big fan of lo-fi, and all the multi-effects plugins. Not a big fan of lo-fi. Let's see if we can get something fancy and cool out of the flanger, maybe. Yeah, we get something cool, and actually, but I want to put the flanger earlier in the chain, so for some of the reasons I explained. And I think this is a bit weak. But that's because of the that's because of the source. That's a zap actually. Let's listen to the original. Yeah, it makes sense because it's kind of being filtered out. Okay, let's change source actually. But I think what we did in DS Tantra is really cool. All right. Okay, so without overclogging the computer, can I just add a bit of so I'm gonna put get multipass here. Also, I'm gonna lower that a bit. Yeah. So smooth operator definitely owns its place here. But I just want to add a bit more movement in terms of panning with multipass. Maybe I can do it with DS Tantra, but I like this one better in terms like I know my way very well inside multipass. So let's get some random generator, a random modulation, not generator, but and then pan, and let's get another one, and something like this. Let's see how it sounds. All right, so there's just a bit more there's a bit more spatialization or just spatial movement with the multipass. And also let's see if I can get an OTT in there to just beef sound a bit, but let's see, not sure about the result. We need to check that first. It could bring out some undesired harshness for sure. I'll try to, like I mentioned also earlier in the stream, I'll try to let the most out of like leave the some low frequency content as possible, as much as possible in there. You know, that was a weird phrase, but you can put the word back in order in your mind. And yeah, that works. That works. I really like the spatialization. I like what NOTT does. I know it's gonna squash the dynamics, but in this case, it's okay. It's okay for me. Like we're really for this loop. We're really going for the wall of sound thing, and but just you know, it's not bad. Just you need to understand what it does, and you know, you need to understand the rules before breaking them. So this one is really different kind of loop in the sense that if I'm on the receiving end, in the sense that if I'm the producer using this loop, like this one would be different. It's more of a loop I would tend to chop because there's many ways that you can use loops. You know. Oh, and see this one, different dynamics there. Let's see how this loops. But so far we had a lot of success into ending up with the loops that loops correctly. There's no audible zero crossing thing, but still, we'll go around here and just rework the edges just so it goes back to 0. Boom. Really nice. That's G sharp, and we'll make 0, 7. Yeah, we'll make 10 at 140, and then we'll I promise we're gonna move on to something faster. But you know, in terms of for you guys learning and watching, and it's I would say it doesn't make a difference. The speed, you know, we could work at 120 and still have very similar mindset about that. Let's switch our source now. And we're still, you know, the fun fact, since the beginning of the stream, we're just diving in the zap section of the Exogenesis pack. So that's I don't know, that's I don't know. Oh, sorry, cat just sneezed. I don't know if you heard, but yeah, that's if you got some really good processing chain, you know, well, I guess what I mean is that we don't have to like go through many samples. So that's the source pack I'm using. But I also like what's really cool. Like as a producer, I like to use presets as also good sources in order to you can, you know, it's like a chain of creation. If you have good presets that make good sources, you can, you know, just going beyond a bit, just like having that preset and hitting a note, and then yeah, you have your track, you know. Hopefully that makes sense. I know sorry, English is it's a second language, but sometimes I'm trying to be creative and explain some concepts at the same time. Hopefully I can get on. Hopefully you guys understand what I mean. But I guess the idea is that if you have good source, if you put some multi-effects processing on, it's gonna be even better. Okay, moving on. Let's try that source now. Okay, it's cool. Maybe I'll get rid of this NOTT for now. Textures are really cool. Just to show you again the difference, I'm gonna show you with, you know, just the original preset. Again, sorry about the computer working hard. You know, where these were like stacking that chain of processing plus the streaming and everything. It's asking a lot from the computer. But man, I really like this one. This like the glassy texture, really cool stuff. Okay, just and we're at A now. Let's go. That should work. First, the thing is, sometimes when the level is low, we can have some surprises in terms of yeah, I know, in terms of EQing some frequencies. Let's try this one. Dash says, have you tried the clipper in the kilohertz transient shaper gain before and after to change the amount of clip. It actually sounds decent. So, you're talking to Ella Winter or to me? But in me, I have, I like, I would say not consciously, but I sometimes that's something I do often to uh, use multiple, like instead of like one clipper just like smashing everything, sometimes just multiple clipping, because let's say one of the algorithm brings something I really like, and then yeah, just like re-enhance sometimes with it's really cool, like bringing back some of the yeah, some of the stuff that has been taken out. So I would say like not consciously, but I think I've done that in the past. um I'm I should play. Well, I do use a lot the transient shaper with the kilohertz. I've sometimes like even use it to manage the low end actually, but instead of, I don't use necessarily the attack knob, but I use more the sustain knob. So guys, I'm gonna take small break. I'm gonna leave you with this loop, but it's gonna be short. I need to, I have not, I've done now, I have my stream start soon loop, but I don't have any um I'm gonna do a be right back loop, video loop very soon, but I'm gonna leave you with this loop. Hopefully you won't get it won't get in too much in your head. I'll be back very soon. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna be back real soon. All right, so hopefully everyone's mental health is still okay after listening to this loop for only a small amount of time. Uh, but you know, it's nature. You know, like there's a law of the universe that one cannot drink coffee infinitely and be intact about it. So yeah, cool loop, and we're gonna again. So far, everything has been looping quite great. But I did that for a long time. Uh, it's not those are not my first loops, and after having a lot of trouble with some loops, you kind of figure out there's some ways that work. This one, it works. We are having good results in terms of loopability. What is the hardest to loop is like seamlessly loop. I would say pads. Sometimes like it's so hard. Pads, I don't like it. I prefer to do, let's say I'm doing sample content for pads. I prefer doing some long, actually like long samples. But actually, you know what? I also, as a producer, I prefer to have like long pad samples to work with. Uh, just gives you more like usability and mobility. Let's try this one. Let's see how it loops. it's looping pretty well. Just gonna do again that little zero crossing thing. Okay. And that's the 8-1. 2 more on 140 to go, and then let me know what you guys want to see for BPM. But keep in mind, I'm kind of making a pack of loops and one shots. There's no one shots now, but loops and one shots for like Israeli and full on to nighttime full on, like kind of something in the middle of all this. But let me know if let me know if there's some specific content you want to see, or if you want to steer that into a specific direction. But so far, everybody's seems to be happy with the developments of this process. Okay, DS Tantra. Let's try this new source. No, you know what? With this, I hear like the gating. I hear it like it's too similar. Let's try another preset, another DS Tantra preset. That was filter. I have to say I really like the when it's filtered. Okay. There's some stuff I like about this one. I think we're gonna start working from this one, and we're gonna get something really cool. I just don't want to have like that little super. Yes, it's like, yes, there's like the sample and old feeling. Yes, there's like the gating feeling, but I don't want to sound it too generic in terms of that, if that makes sense. I'm trying to get away from that. But maybe it's time to, after, I think after we'll be done with the 10 at 140 BPM, I think it's going to be good time to go with the Arturia Dist Coldfire and work with it, because there's some filtering inside anyway, and maybe something a bit more trashy and heavy. Okay, we're kind of getting lost in sound here. You know what? I think I'm gonna change the source. That's gonna help. So whenever you're getting trapped in that, it's it's not good. It sounds like it's been too long before I get a good result. So moving on, and whenever you're in a sound design session and it's taking too much time like this, just pack your things and move on to another sound, another setup. Cheers. Okay, I like that result. Maybe less delay, and but there's like I like the liquid blarfy kind of sound that it gives. Okay, we're up to something, ladies and gents. One thing I will do. Okay, I'm gonna add distortion. But before the delay, that's very important. Actually, I'm just at the end of the chain. Let's see if I can create. There's some filtering going on. There's some dirt, and the flanger. I like on purpose. I really like push the flanger to some extremes, and yeah. So I'm gonna try now to put distortion after that to really get a specific reaction. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Yeah, I know. I keep an eye on the CPU. I know it's running very high. But I know the plugins that are actually causing this. Like DS Tantra and Smooth Operator. These are the faulty ones. But I need them. I need them. Yeah, I need them both. But in very soon we're gonna switch from DS Tantra to Arturia Dist Coldfire. Very dirty loop, but that's okay. We want some variety also. Just not always the same stuff over and over again. So that's one that one is really cool. And we're gonna do the last one at 140 BPM. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of True Iron here, since Sounds like it's taking a lot of CPU, but it's a very sad day. Also gonna get rid of that multipass. Let's check out also this filter curve, EQ curve, sorry. Now that dirty, I think noise, maybe it's coming from this one. Now, although I really like the dirt of that DS Tantra preset on applied to the other source, but in this case doesn't translate so well. It's like dirty, but not in a good way this time. So I will, yeah, I'll check that out. Let's see if we can on dirt this guy, if we can clean this guy. Okay, there's a nice pew pew. I'm gonna go ahead with this one, but there's something I like. I don't like, and it's when we really hear like the chop of the gate, that almost clicking of the gate. I don't like it that much. But anyway, it's not that I don't like much this preset, but it's like that specific factor when it's, you know, the gate. Gonna record this, and then we're gonna move on to Arturia Dist Coldfire. It's gonna give us a fresh perspective. You know what? No good. It's no good. It's no good, and it's crap. Let's find something else. Actually, I found it. I found out to fix that. It's the smooth. It's the smooth of the. So I don't know if you guys like understood what I was bugging with, but it's those like the clicks of the gate. That's annoying. Too much. A bit is cool, but too much it's annoying, and like the way it was annoying me a lot. But now it's fixed with the smooth. Noise. Really cool. Yeah, that's, don't settle for less when you can have more. I was like, oh, okay, let's go ahead, and no, it sounded shitty. So, don't do anything shitty. Sometimes just, spend a bit more clicks and it will fix itself. Let's see if it loops good. Works flawlessly, honestly. I like it. And yeah, 10. That one is not G sharp, it's B. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, so I did a mistake here, but it can be fixed easily. So I forgot to switch. So okay. I forgot to switch the note, but I know that I've been going up. So logically 9. So this is B. 9 is A sharp. 8 is A. And 7 is G sharp. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, now let's bring our next contestant, which is Arturia Dist Coldfire. Enough of the enough of DS Tantra, but maybe maybe we'll find a maybe we'll throw a glitcher in there. And I have just give me a moment. Dist Coldfire right here. Okay, I'm gonna get a new preset. I'm gonna put advanced on because okay, now there's gonna be we're gonna tweak that a bit for a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna mute myself and then I'm gonna tweak a couple of things. We're gonna look for a cool reaction, maybe some, and yeah, we'll do some gating and we'll put movement into it. Okay, we got something cool and there's some nice reaction, but we want to avoid obviously those or like those oversaturation moments, and that is caused probably okay, so yeah, I'm gonna explain a bit what has happened here. What I did is and by the way, this is the same thing inside pigments. If you go on the waveform on the LFO all the way here, becomes sample and old. So, and this is sync to 1.8, and this is assigned to the pre-filter, and the pre-filter is in bypass mode. So this is cool. But yeah, we end up with some oversaturating moments. So possibly what's happening. And right now it's in unipolar. The LFO is in unipolar, which is great. But yeah, we need to get rid of these oversaturating moments. And let's try. It's either probably maybe it's the course of that filter here. Maybe there's too much resonance. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so one thing's for sure: when we go too low on the, and that makes sense because there's a band pass, and band pass, or and actually a lot of resonance and low frequency doesn't go well hand in hand. Where so I think we kind of we spotted what was the problem, so we just need to not go too low in terms of the filter must not go too low. Not so sure about that sequencer though. Not so sure. Magician bipolar assign. Yeah, there's something about the sequencer that I'm not really sure about. Let's see if I got. Let's see if we can fix that. We want something nice, nice. Okay, that works. That works. We'll also, well, yeah, we're gonna work at 142, especially, yeah, 142. Let me know if you guys have problems with that, and we can discuss it like adults. But so far so good. Uh, and let's start at C. I think it's a good starting point. There's, for some odd reason, I can't get the sequencer to sound like I want to, and scale. Yeah, there's something about. We'll figure it out. But right now, it's still a very good loop, very very usable. And all right. You know what? Same in the same way that than before. When I said like this is not usable, this is shitty. I don't like it. I like some of the stuff. Oh, but oh my god. Okay, so there's a multiple. I want to deassign that. That sequencer is not doing it for sure. Let's see if we can fix that, and maybe we can use a gate from outside. Okay, so something cool. What happened is I engaged in I was running things in parallel, which is fine. But I was like using only the A, and but now I'm gonna engage the B, and it's in serial. gonna get the beat to do its thing, and now it's a low pass. So it goes like band pass and then low pass, and I'm gonna sequence. Oh, function. There's that is oh man, that's really cool too, and that's probably going to just do what I want to do, because I wanted to induce some kind of gate. And if there's preset, I'm gonna go crazy. Oh yeah, there's okay, so that's nice. It is a cool tool. I really don't regret buying it. Let's assign that here. If we can get some nice low pass sequenced low pass action. Okay, now that works. You see, patience pays off. Now we have I think it's better, definitely. Um, it's cool, yeah, and I'm really happy that I just got the functions to work properly, so you can really make some nice gating quite easily in there. So that's the shitty previous version, and now we get the non-shitty. Hopefully hopefully I don't get in trouble for saying the word shit too much time. But anyway, let's go and record that loop. Okay. This and then very important, we were tempo synced to 140, but now we switched to 142. And let's go. This is gonna be louder now. This is normalized. Man, this is still not up to standards again. Okay, I'm gonna use some presets here. So effect modulation. Let's try that. But that's okay. You know, we had a pretty good, you know, in terms of loop and preset creation, we had a pretty good run before that. Yeah, almost like getting some interesting result almost back to back. But you know, it's okay. Now it's a bit more tricky. Let's go into the leads actually. So this is leads name, and let's change source. Let's change and let's get some new stuff. Now this is cool. Now this is cool. finally. I know there's like a probably a good listener rotation, so there's some new people. So for those who just joined, I'm crafting presets using I'm sourcing the Exogenesis pack from inside Vital. This is the link is in the description, but we're talking about this preset pack for Vital. And by the way, this is really cool because this pack has been made since man, it's been months since it's out, and for a long time it was made with the 1.5.1 version of Vital, but and it's been only available for some pro users or subscribers, but now that version of Vital is available for everyone, so that's really cool. You can get it now. It's there's no compatibility issue because everyone can access it, and a link is in the description of this video stream. And so I'm sourcing these, I'm running these for the first part of the stream, for the first hour. And so we did run DS Tantra 2 as a multi-effects processor, but now I switched to Arturia Dist Coldfire, which is technically not a multi-effects really, but it's very more distortion and filter oriented, specifically distortion. And we are crafting some loops and samples. Well, for now it's loops. We're creating these with all this chain, and this is cool because it gives a new result. It's fresh, and that's pretty much what we're doing. So if you just joined, now you're up to speed on everybody and everything that's going on. Works well, pretty much in your face type of loop. It's good. I'm gonna just do that little zero crossing thing. And if anybody has questions and comments on the process, fire them over in the chat. I'll check them. Now we are at 142. This is synth. This is C, and this is loop 01 of the 142. That's some stuff you need to do if you're creating crafting some loops and samples. Make sure you got the note, the key if there's a key to have, and the BPM. And then you need these informations. You don't want to have to like trying to retrieve these. Okay, now let's change source and mix up preset. These are nice. Distortion gives a nice crunch. They're not complex enough. They don't have enough, in my opinion. But they'd be really good if I'm trying to add stuff on a chain for sure. Dynamics, okay, maybe. Oh, not much. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this one has some cool gating thing to it. Uh, yeah, but not gonna. Not, it's not. I'm disappointed in this Coldfire. It's just the thing. I would say that there's less presets out of the box that comes in line with what I'm trying to do today. But still, it's good stuff. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Let's play it in the low frequencies. There's a nice crunch. So that's cool. Let's go. Very cool. Uh, that's weird. Can everyone still hear me? Because my streaming software just went ape crazy. So let me know if you can still hear me because I cannot see the meter properly now. I'm not sure I'm streaming anymore. Well, it's been hot. It didn't crash necessarily, but it's like it's acting weird. I think you can see it. Like, yeah, you can have previews here. That also might sound like the end of the stream. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you still hear me? That's first time ever it's been doing this. Doesn't look like it's gonna fix itself without a reboot. All right, okay. Then I will continue. Thanks, Andrea, for the feedback. Okay, so I'm happy with this one. It did add some nice crunch, for sure. So this is C sharp. This is at 0.2. I'm gonna stream for another 20 minutes. Stay there. Hold on, hold the fort, and then after that, you know, we'll split our lives. And but that's actually really fun. And I started streaming more on the channel, so that's really cool. I enjoy that. Okay, so now that's cool. We're able to push. We really want to push below the point of like very audible audible oversaturation. So that's cool. It's like beefy. There's still this delay after, which is really cool. It's been running all along. You know, this multipass delay. I can bypass it for you, but it's always good to just have a bit of delay like that at the end with the chain, so it kind of. But maybe we can spice it up. But yeah, so a bit of delay at the end of the chain like this, because whenever there's gating over some delay, then it's nice to have a bit of, yeah, like I said, delay at the end, because gives a feeling of coherence. But I'll bypass it for you. You'll hear it. It's nice. You know, it just adds a bit more, even though there's like, even though that there's like the feedback. So inside this Coldfire right now, there is some delay, but it's like delay over delay games. Um, I'm gonna make a video on that eventually, but yeah, multiple instances of delay. It is a good thing. All right. Let's get that. This one, you know, it's a simple loop, but definitely usable. So we're in D right now. It's very resequenceable. In some ways, you can resequence that after. Sure, it's really for me, I would find it usable. And again, good variety so far in what we have. And at the end, I think I'll just yeah, we can preview what we have done at the end. Now let's get another one. Yeah, so far Dist Coldfire, I think I'm gonna go back to DS Tantra for now. It's been cool. But we'll go back to it's good. I'm not, I don't think I'm currently getting most out of it. Possibly eventually I will do some sort of session. Maybe I get some nice presets. But you know, it's distortion, so like it's not 100% the best fit for what we're trying to do here. But it's good. It's good for sure. I think that, you know, DS Tantra as a multi effect right now, it's really what we're trying to scramble some already scrambled eggs with apply more complexity to that. This one's cool, but there's maybe put less. Oh my god! Just like I know it. Oh, that's good. I knew it was there. Like logically, it was there, but I didn't really pay attention to all the sub filter categories. Like, so we'll try to modify that. cool. There's we just need to get there you know that Tantra 2, it's inducing a lot of resonance, but it's normal. It's part of the game. So for those who were there earlier in the stream, I brought back some random. I'm sampling an old movement on the pan that is happening after the S Tantra 2, and it's cool. It has a bit more complexity and some spatial movement. Cool. Let's normalize that. It will be louder now. Let's see if it loops well. Yeah, definitely back on track with but you know, this Arturia Dist Coldfire, like I don't want to put undermine Dist Coldfire. It's good. I think I just thought it would be a bit more crazy in terms of effect, but it's really, of course, it's very distortion oriented, and there's some really cool stuff you can do, like mixing wise, almost, I would say. Yeah, that's how I put it. I would have thought that sound design wise there would be more potential, but so far it looks very good for mixing, but I wasn't able in this case to get most out of it sound design wise. That's really hard working with intense sources like this. We have to get rid of the over resonance, and by using some plugins like this, we do create a lot of resonance. So that's I find this one is hard to work with. Alright, let's so if you're ever experiencing that, what's happening, we'll drive more gain out of this first, and then let's see if we can attenuate it here. Actually, you know, we drive more gain inside, and maybe if maybe I can inside multipass sort of manage that. Let's see. Yeah, it looks simple, but if you're, we want to end up with the work usable and something that is working at the end of the chain. Man, it's intense, but the result is very cool. So we want to have something clean. Sorry, try to go too fast. Since it's my second language, my mouth doesn't follow. But yeah, we want to have a clean result at the end. That's hands down the archiest, archiest loop that we did today, because there's not none that required so many carving through the spectrum. Yeah, sorry guys, don't know if I was muted, but I have problems. Like, it's been 20 minutes since my streaming software, which is XSplit, started sort of glitching. So and sometimes I cannot view if I'm muted or not. So sorry if I repeat myself, but I was saying hi to Siliconics. Yeah, I was muted. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's I had trouble. Like, you can see it here on the bottom, maybe at the bottom of the screen. It's like glitchy. Anyway, we're very close to the end. I'm just gonna save this one. Ah man, it's crazy. I think we're not. I'm not gonna save this one. I'm gonna skip, or at least I'm gonna change source. It's just with the all everything that is the glitch that is. Oh, maybe it's the pitch shift. I think it's just too intense. I cannot, and it's very really rare. But usually I can get rid of the resonance and stuff. But man, this one is hard to clean. All right, this one should be good. You know, just completely abandon the other one. I need to record more. Oh, I was not muted. Yeah, so anyway, it's we're getting, this is the last one. Last loop. But I'm gonna show what we've done today. Everything that we've done today. It's been a really cool session. It's been very productive. So eventually these loops are going to be part of a pack I'm gonna release on Fractal Sounds eventually. But yeah, so what I like to do is, that's D sharp. I like there's some preset pack that that was done with the that was the sourced, at least, because the result is not the same anymore, but that was sourced from Exogenesis for Vital, blah blah blah. It's out now, you can check it out, link is in the description. Really good pack. And during all of this stream I generated some loops with this with sourcing this pack with DS Tantra. There was a bit of Arturia Dist Coldfire too. There was multipass. Anyway, you can see like the whole process from the start. And now let's preview what we've done. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go here, Exogenesis samples. We have these, so you can see pretty much the length, the moment, length, not the length, but the amount of time it takes to create these. We have how many? We have 15. So we've been doing this for 2 hours. We have 15 of them, which is a good ratio. But like I mentioned in the stream, doesn't mean we're gonna keep all these. Doesn't mean all these are going to be kept. So now let's view what we've done today. And I'm gonna mute myself. And all these, of course, it's a like first version of these, but I've heard with this one there's probably going to be some more EQing after that. And this one had a zero crossing issue. Zero crossing is like whenever it starts to loop back, there's like you can hear some sort of click. This one had it. Yeah, this one is problematic. So but yeah, that's usually how it works. Not all the loops are usable in the end. You can't get a good night, like a 80% ratio, but still, these are cool stuff. Let's continue listening to what we've done. I particularly like this one. Yeah, that's a really nice result. So, and there was no sonar work. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reopen these and listen with Sonarworks, because I didn't engage Sonarworks with for that session. So we had like the pure sound, but I'm gonna do some fine EQing and fine rework. But basically, yeah, that was some of the process behind creating professional loops. And we didn't create one shots, but what I will eventually test is actually I want to test that right now. Let's good work. Thanks, Philip. Thanks for tuning in. What I want to try right now, I'm not sure the results going to be good, but I want to try Slice X, which is a plugin in is here Slice X, but maybe it's is it a VST FL? Okay, Slice X, and we can bring some of the loops in there, and it's gonna create some slices. Yeah, so now there's all these, they corresponds to, yeah, like parts of the loop. So now, yeah, and we can if we randomize that also. Okay, so let's just listen to Slice X. But now if we can, so I don't know if you happen, what if you understand what just happened. It's really cool. So we have all this loop has been sliced, and if I go here and I make some sort of arpeggiator, and okay, if I do randomize, okay, octave, it's okay, range, and but length and very okay. So yeah, it's we kind of resequenced the loop in something. Well, yeah, we resequenced the loop. I wanted to try that for a long time. Okay, now I need to put an end to the stream, although I really enjoy this. But yeah, and Andrea said, no, it's crazy. It is. So that's just we're just scratching the surface here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys. That was a lot of fun. Check out Fractal Sounds if you need some one-to-one mentoring, some group lessons. I run a community of students. I can teach you how to do that. I've been doing that for years, and it's my work. I can teach you how to do that, and basically become a sound designer or just have some fun. Gonna see you soon. Stay tuned. You can watch all the videos. Stay healthy. Have fun. All right, I'm gonna see you soon. Signing off. Cheers.